Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday, another week of the. I'm not sure what they're going to call this when it goes down in history, but another week of the madness we're heading into. It's Monday, but we're looking forward to it. We're going to, continue to stick to our guns, play things safe, play things, like we would at all times. We're not changing our strategy for this time. So feel free to continue to ask questions and use this opportunity to learn as much as you can. Joe, did we make any trades last week?
Yeah, we did. We actually had a proper week, just a few percentage points, but it was another proper week, but much better than the market had. In fact, I noticed this morning that my favorite company out of California that handles all the retirement plans and everything.
Oh, CalPERS?
Yeah, they've lost $69 billion in the last 7 weeks. Wow. Now, these are the guys that have all kinds of trading. They're geniuses, and I just don't see, I just don't see how you can possibly have that happen all the time.
Yeah.
The market's up today. See what we're up to. Where'd it go? Get my stuff out of the way here. They're up 132 on the Dow, 22 on the S&P, 112.25 on the NAS. Don't forget, because we get brand new people here today, send an email to support@micromomenttrading.com with your name and your cell phone number. That way, if these two gentlemen elect after about 9:30, 9:45 Central Time to stop the session, and if they might well come back at noon or so, and you'll be notified by text. And if you'll leave your screen on, when they cut things off, a big blank will appear. We just leave it like that. You're still signed in, and it's totally normal. Charts will go off. If they come back, the charts will come back on. You're already in. Yeah, this is the first day of the 47th week of this. Since this has been a subscription service. It's up 4,863.37%, or 108. No, actually, it's 105 something per week. So we'll see what comes for the vote. Should be exciting week.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. This is Tim. Welcome anybody, any new folks out there. I had a mild gap down here on Q. Nothing, a couple of dollars. Not a big deal. A mild gap down to what we've had. Had that nice 1,000-point swing the hour before. So we're looking at Q, of course. We're trading present week, and we're going to wait for these spreads to kind of settle down a bit. They're pretty wild right now. Also keeping an eye on Zoom, ZM. It's gapped up significantly. Not sure what's pushing that.
What is that? What is Zoom?
Zoom is the video conferencing service that has taken off, particularly in the last 2 weeks, as companies are moving more toward working from home so they can teleconference.
Yeah, in fact, everyone is. There's been kind of a trend going on, of working out from home and interacting with people, like movie nights. People are coming up with all these ideas online about how to spend time with friends and family, and they're all doing that via Zoom. Is the video broadcast they ended up picking over FaceTime or anything like that. They're all using that. So yeah, they probably doubled their client base in the last week or two.
Yeah, and it went from about 130 to 143 here the first 2 minutes of trading. I topped out at 142, but we'll keep an eye on that in the background as we look at our normal ETFs.
I wouldn't be surprised once this is all over. Companies will have more and more stay-at-home work online. And you think of the office space, office rent that was. I mean, it would just be an astronomical amount of savings because you don't have to have people, occupying expensive office space. Office space has gotten so expensive.
Yeah, you're right. We've actually been seeing that trend in Atlanta for a while. We have more and more open Class A space going on here, so it's definitely going to hit that market. And I think that trend, like you're saying, Joe, I think it's going to stay for a while.
Yeah.
Melissa says everyone is working at home. Yeah, that's true. They've increased their platform options. We use it, and it's been tough to stabilize our call, yet we'll see tonight when we're on our mastermind. Love this platform. We are the companies that will emerge profitable. These are the companies that will emerge profitable.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. It started on, they bottomed out at on the 16th. You know, I got a daily chart up, and they bottomed out at the 16th. They didn't break down through 100. They were up at 130 originally. They pulled back to 100 in all this, which is, you know, sure, it's $30 off the top, but it's probably seems to be quite a bit less than a lot of other companies. They've since rebounded, and they're at all-time highs. No,
Let me comment on Melissa observation here. Says Melissa says my alert from New York Stock Exchange that they are no people on the floor. What does that mean? There's not going to be probably anymore. That there's always been a number of they have broke people down there. You know, buyers and sellers, not buyers and sellers, but brokers, and on the floor. And they've been trying to eliminate it for a long time. The vast majority of all transactions today are executed electronically. This is the first day in history that that they totally eliminate the floor, not to trade. It's all electronic, and probably will be New York Stock Exchange has just never wanted to kill off those last guys on the floor. What happened? They had a couple of them come down, or one of them come down with this virus thing possibly, and so they said, "Well, we're just going to shut it down this time. We don't want to bring it back." But this, what it means is there's no changes for you're concerned. Probably a little better executions, you know. So.
Interesting. I didn't know they were trying to shut down live floor trading for a while.
Yeah, they've been trying to shut down for years. So I don't.
They announced it like Thursday or Friday, I think.
Yeah, it's completely shut down at up in Chicago at the COBE. So,
wow.
It has been forever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. So let's see. Yeah, we've got some pretty high spreads on Zoom at this point. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, still waiting on some volume too.
Yeah. Let's go. Microsoft up 2.
Take a look at SPY. Possible nice put setting up here with, you know, these two ETFs are an average of the large portion of the market. You know, if you're watching SPY IQ, you got a lot. You know, essentially the S&P and the whole NASDAQ is what you're looking at. So that's the other nice thing I've liked about our setup recently is you're kind of reading the entire market with the two screens as opposed to, you know, Q and Apple.
Yep.
Use, you know, Apple's on NASDAQ, so you don't get much variation. But I mean, between these guys, you can pretty much see the whole thing. So I was, you know, trying to say a good put setup was coming on SPY, but see the whole market, and it's playing out as I was explaining that, increasing red bars, full stack down position. Notice no expansion on the Bollinger Bands, but we haven't narrowed since the open. These are still at full width, so that's something, you know, that's a little bit different. And here it goes. Sorry, the chart's behind.
Yeah, Q is beautifully set up for an extended put here. We've got expansion. We got Bollinger Bands. Let's see here if there's anything playable here. 620.
One more bit of information about that floor trading. The bell, where they start the market ringing, and at the end it's still going to be there. That's on the floor of the where they have the guys live, but you know the guys, the bells are still going to be there. So.
Yeah, that's tradition. That I hope they don't get rid of that.
No, they're not going to get rid of that.
2-3, 279. As we may go way down to the 153 strike put on Q. Well, that's bouncing. And look at the 152 strike put. Yeah, we're about 20 out of the money, but there's some reasonable spreads down there, and I'm going to keep an eye on this for a little bit. Let me see if we cover.
Well, the Dow Jones is back down 523.60.
Wow. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the charts now, Melissa. I'm not sure. I mean, as you guys can see, they're not.
Not coming up. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Do you see them on mine? I don't see them. At all.
No, they're blank. Let me here. I'm gonna do this. Let me bring mine over.
Yeah, still on there, so you might give them a call out there and see what the problem is.
Let me just reset mine here real quick.
Yeah. Okay, they popped up now. They'll
They come-
pop up every once in a while, and then they just shut down for about 30
Okay.
seconds.
Let's go. Let's go. Show my screen.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. Whoop. Let me change this over to SPY. SPY.
Alyssa said she's at 245 on the SPY call and looking for the perfect put to monitor.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's another wave down cycle. We've been having these super extended waves down that just pull back inside the Bollinger, push, and kind of that triple Q climb type look. But it's happened a lot of other places as well. Yeah, here we go. As we explain things, man, they just
It happened.
before we're done explaining it.
Martha's already made 20 cents on the SPY. She didn't
Nice.
wait.
Yeah. If you guys are trading current week, 210 is already very tradable. I'd look at that. 210 strike put in the 217. No, sorry, 215 over the 217. Buck 90, 25 delta, 4,500 contracts. It's a pretty good place to be. Still looking at like 8-cent spreads, but up at $2, that's not as extreme. But looking at next week, we're probably priced out of it.
That whole virus thing may be over today because Dr. Oz has been.
Dr. Oz is on the case. Oh, good.
Yeah, well,
No, he'll get it.
What he did,
He'll
he
get it
followed
figured
up
out.
with this doctor who said, "What's the stuff Trump's been talking about? There's something for malaria, something like that." Anyhow, and he combined
chloroquine, I think.
Yeah, and he combined it with something else, and then they did some tests. 5 people, and 5 of them had the virus and were sick, and they all got well within a couple of days and had no traces of it again. Now,
Wow.
Oz
Nice.
is going to show that on the show today. So
68 to 170. Let's see. I gotta stop showing my screens here just for a second, folks. Hold on. I gotta switch some things. Sorry, I'll bring those right back.
Yeah, I mean, we have to go to the 200 strike put on SPY, which still is holding on to a 13 delta somehow. Good volume. It's just odd trading 24 strikes out of the money. Bouncing back up now.
Let's see if it's enough volume here. I go that far. That's all right. A little bit behind on volume here, but look at these. Look at E4, the length of these bars. That's just huge.
First signs of reversal have occurred. E1 is low right above blue. E4 has started heading towards 0. E2 and 3 haven't shown any signs because this move isn't big, but we'll start keeping an eye out for the reversal. If it holds M1 and closes, continues to push, then. Same thing on the call side, though. We got to go about 20 out of the money. Yeah, see disconnect.
Guys, I think we're going to stay on the put side here for a bit. Yeah. So
Nice work, Martha, by the way.
we'll look at the spreads are narrowing nicely, which is a good sign. Let's see here. We'll get the 155 strike put. We're at a 24 delta, but we do have narrowing for the first time in a while. We're consistently going below 15 cents, which is good. Yes, it jumps right back up to 30. Keep an eye on this. We got mixed lowers, of course. We got E1 over, red over blue on E1 with a slight up angle. Keep an eye. We're going to jump over to maybe prematurely, but we're going to jump over to the call side. And let's get up into 389, 109.85. We'll get the 187.5 strike call.
Big tightening on SPY. It's not sure which direction it wants to take off in yet. Looks like it broke M1 for a moment and then fell right back through, broke it up again, right? And so now we have tick M1, M2 all stacked. E1 is continuing its really slow climb here. I've never seen this slow of action on E1 before, especially this little utilization of the case. It's just been bouncing in this lower sector. Usually it has bigger crosses than that. So, but huge pinches is probably going to blow wide open once it picks the direction here.
We're hoping. Yeah, we're keeping down the 187.5 strike call on Q at a 10-cent spread. I'll probably cut that to a 3-cent spread when I go in by offer.
How are the spreads today?
Q's better, but we got to go 20 out of the money to get there.
Yeah.
But that's okay. All right, we've broken through the upper Bollinger Band. We're getting some expansions. E2 is about to cross on the bottom. Got some, see, and then there's that killer reversal that happens. But I'm going to try, let's see here. I might get in on this. Get another little push up here. 107, 113.
You on Q?
Yeah, not in yet, but I am seriously thinking about it. Okay, 106. See if we can grab some of the 27. Tighten a bit more, please.
A nice push on SPY as well.
Finally above the center line for the first time in the session on E4. This is good positive push. Let's see. And we're actually seeing some movement on the bid, which is very encouraging.
A lot of controversy active right now over the stimulus bill as well. That failed yesterday.
Yeah.
The stimulus bill actually did not pass, and the markets were down about 900 points, I think, the futures. So we'll see. We'll see how that levels out. They claimed that they opened up a bunch of funding anyhow, so that's what brought them back up a little bit. We were supposed to open down and just open and tumble, but they kind of made some vague statements about what they're actually able to do with it. So that's anything with the Fed and a package of that size is going to have huge effects on the market, and I would say that that's going to be the predominant driving force of our direction for this week. Is going to be how that bill turns out and the steps to get there. If we see the first failure take us to another limit down, which happened yesterday on the futures, it actually was only open for a few minutes, the futures trading, and then it got stopped with another circuit breaker. So that's, if just that first bit of news was able to create another day like that, then I really think it's going to have a huge effect on the overall direction. As it should. It's a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but definitely something to keep a closer eye on. Heck, why are we not looking at 190 on Q? My platform is showing over 7,000 open interest and 500 volume. Has been at 2 or 3 cents at times.
We are. We're constantly, or I'm constantly scanning the strikes to try to determine. In fact, it's just changing so much.
March 25th.
Yeah. Also, just another thought on that, Peck, is I'm trying not to go below $1. There's kind of a sweet spot here. Looking at the bid, I'm not going to get as much movement down on an 86-cent ask or 81-cent bid, but you're right, they are much closer, and that could be one. Also, the 189. In fact, let's see here.
I'm gonna prep the 240 strike call. Oh, this is moving.
Yeah, look at that.
This is moving a little bit.
It is.
It's got about a 7-8 cent spread, but it just stopped. No, it's moving decently.
It is moving.
All right, next expiration, which would be Mondays, 240 SPY call. You have a lot more stable charts these last 3 weeks, Tim. I wonder why that is. I wonder, the stability of it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I wonder if they've added some.
Did you say they're more stable? They've been more stable?
Yeah,
his are more stable than mine. Mine just crashed again.
I'm on East. Let's see. If this bounces up, jump in on this.
2 and 3 are really early in the process, but we have crossed E4. This is a lot higher than we usually play, of course, at 260, but it might be worth it. We're going to have tiny little percentage gains, but pushing up again.
Yep. wants to.
Nope, pull him back. It's just in limbo up at the top here. It can't quite break up.
It's just not moving.
Still some disagreements in the chart. You can see how long it took. I mean, we crossed E1 back here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pulled back and crossed up a little bit. You know, usually there's a you know 1, 2, 3 minute max delay on the crossovers from E1 down through, you know, E1, 2, and 3. But these are spaced out pretty far for what we're used to.
Okay, we've got some push up going here. Oh, don't go back. This, I gotta say, this is feeling more normal than it has in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
It's just
It's just expensive now, but it's moving, you know.
Yeah. All right, we can just get out of this Bollinger Band. May take us try to get a piece of this. A little scary.
Yeah. So I was trying to take another rip here.
If we get a bounce up on E1, all right. Okay.
All right, I just filled some of this call.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Very close to the bid. 279.
Are you in it?
Yeah.
I'm in at 90. I'm in at 89 now. And
Is yours Apple? Mike?
SPY.
I'm in on Q at 90. Come on. Give me a little push up. At 90 now. I'm going to set up for 93.
Oh, that's why it only partially filled me. Okay.
And out at 93. Okay.
3 cents.
Partial
90.
fill.
Hey,
Yeah.
3.33. Great.
All right. And that was what at the 190 Pex. So good call, buddy.
Still very slowly pushing on SPY here. We're above 227. I realized I only got a very, very partial fill.
What did you get in for?
279. Let's see if I'm going to fill out.
289.
Wait, you say you're out?
No, I was 279 in, and we're selling into this little push. Yeah. Out at 282.
You had a little loss in. No, you had a little profit. Yeah, great.
Yeah, 3 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that strike was moving, but it didn't really through that push, evidently. So we'll have to move strikes again. Let's buy here.
Yeah, that was 1.1. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
all right, if we get another bounce here, just concerned about how close E1 is. It keeps tending toward blue. See if it does this again. Now you can see we're gotten this pattern of a bounce out, goes back in, it wants to test at M1 and go back out, but we do have expansion of the Bollinger Band, so we do have some volume coming in. It's not a great amount, but it's workable.
Hey, you guys were at 4.43. You had been at this high in a week.
All right, here we go.
Peck says server East disconnects me all the time. Server West has been frequently 10 to 15 seconds behind my trading platform. Weird, man. Yeah, mine's delayed as well. I'm on West. Oh no, I'm on East now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, East is keeping up fine. That's weird. Try East now, I guess, because East never works for me. It'll never even load. Oh, and it looks like it only loaded SPY. Q's frozen for me. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be just the amount of data they have going through. Nobody was ready on the servers, and they take a long time to build those things, and very expensive. So I think they just surpassed that capacity, but they have been working on it. I'm not sure we're going to get any more, at least during this little market time.
Steve got 6 cents on SPY call in 14 seconds. Good trade.
Okay.
Steve. Peter, that was the one I mentioned earlier. It was the 240 call on Wednesday's SPY. What strike was it for you, Tim?
Oh, I was at 190.
190.
190 strike call. Got considerably stronger volume there.
Getting ready to turn.
Actually, that's open interest. Let me see what we've got down here. Say.
Realize Deshaun's not in here yet. He'd be smoking you guys on that.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, let me just stay at the 190 here.
I guess let's look at that 200 strike. 200 strike put. Nothing else has gotten any of the volume, but we're up at 4,000 on this strike.
Wow. I got to tell you, it sure feels good to be doing some trading again.
I know it.
It just feels like we've been on vacation for 2 weeks, but not losing money.
Yeah.
So,
How do you think those guys in California feel?
Oof.
It's a big fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got two brothers who live in the Bay Area who are both locked down, and they're outdoor guys. They like to hike, and they're just dying. It closed all our parks here. My oldest son and I like to play disc golf, and they've closed all the disc golf places.
Wow.
Oh, it's kind of killing us.
Keith, hello, Keith. Good morning.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Keith has been 2 good trades so far.
All right.
One buy from Micah and 1Q. We're up 4.43.
I'm sorry, Roberto, if I didn't say I was looking at the 190, but I'm constantly scanning, looking for increasing volume on any given strike and lower spreads. Yeah, Peck, that's where we play all the time, is East Roswell. That's just down the street.
What are you playing?
Disc golf.
This guy?
Mm-hmm.
Roberto got 3 cents on the Q virtual. Good, right?
Oh, right on.
Yes, 200's moving nice. Let's see, how much was that?
Right. We're obviously going to head over. I'm sorry. We're going to head over to the put side. Yeah.
See if we can get a good.
Look at the 160.
It's already threatening to pull back here.
Let's see. Let's get over the 160. Yeah. Peck, do you play disc golf? Not to kick him completely off the topic of trading.
Yeah, these bid asks are just smacking each other around. It's very odd. So the movement we're seeing is at least, for SPY, we got a lot of good movement so far. Just right now, the bid and ask aren't moving at the same time. So whatever direction happens, the bid will stay put. What seems like forever, it'll just lock down, and the ask will just fluctuate way around. The spread will go from 3 to 8, 9 cents and back down. And then at some point it switches, like it just did it again. Yeah, then the ask will lock down, and the bid will just fly around with very odd movement here.
Yeah.
Peck says his wife's minor in college was Frisbee.
Yeah, I think what mine was too, as a matter of fact. He was a minor in something other than studying. I know that.
Fair.
Well, San Francisco in the 70s, it was a fun time. All right, we're going to head over to the call side again. We got E1 about to cross, did a nice sharp turn. We're already in call, but we're pretty high on 2 and 3, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. There's a 17107. Let's see. Yeah, well, if we continue on this call push, which may be reversing already, geez, can't even get the sentence out of my mouth before it changes. We'll look at the 190 strike call again on Q. About to get to a stacked up on the M lines. Definitely in a call on the lowers, got increasing price, upper pressure on pricing. Hope we're wherever you guys are, you're all staying safe. Get another upward push here. All right.
Same on SPY.
492.
2 and 3 are upper range. Red's crossing over blue.
All right. I may tighten this bid to, I'm on the 190. I'm going to try bringing in the bid or bringing in the ask to, let's see, 86, 88. Oh, I just did a nice jump back to 87.
Check out the 245 strike call on SPY here. 245, March 25th.
All right. It's reversing.
Yep.
See if it bounces off the M1. We're going to continue into our sideways movement that we are so used to at this time of the day. Or it used to be that way until the great upset.
I mean, I kind of hope it does. That would show, that it is actually normalizing.
Right, right.
I mean, granted, the exaggeration is much different. That climb on SPY was, from 222 to 227, so that's a little bit larger. We used to see, if you guys weren't here beforehand, joined up within the last 3 weeks, SPY used to just move, nearly penny to penny with the, the option to the the symbol. The options were about 90 cents at the money, not $12. Call in put side, that was, that was 2 or 3 days out. They'd be like $1.10 max. And then, current day was down to 50 or 60 cents. And an average day movement would be $2 to $3 would be super, super common for it to move that. Within a day, a morning session, we'd see maybe $1.50. The options would move pretty much proportionately. You'd have a 40 or 50 delta at an 80-cent option.
Okay, let's see what goes on here. We've got another push going up here. And
Making another 6 cents on SPY call. John's on here. Go after him, John. You can overtake him. We've got a lot of SPY calls today. Good.
that tick is dancing.
Steve, I don't know if anyone read this, got 6 cents on SPY call, 18 seconds.
Nice, 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 nice.
Peck says, the good old days, last month. Yes, sir.
That's right. Exactly. All right.
And it'll settle out and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Still close with half decent numbers for the year, so.
Yeah. All right, we're still keeping an eye on this. Still keeping an eye on this 190 strike call on Q. We've got some, want to get some expansion here.
Still the 245 SPY seems to be shaping up.
Okay, stand by. Okay, I went ahead, went in on that. Got in at 90, 94. And we're at 92 now. Just jump down. We're going to jump out of this real quick. Hold on. 90. I'm set for 96. And all right. And out at 96. Oh, I should have stayed in this. Dang it.
What's wrong?
In.
That's 2.13.
Yeah, no, I'll absolutely take it.
Yeah.
We put an offer in the low 160s when the spread was down there, but it didn't happen. We might.
All right, let's
try again.
All right, it's pushing. I'm gonna go see if I can get an offer in it.
Okay, we did fill someone again. A partial order on that partial fill.
Is it SPY?
Cancel the rest of that. Yeah, SPY 175.
Okay, I'm back in on Q at 96. We're up to $1. I'm gonna go ahead and take profit right now. Just did a 10-second trade and got out at $1. Okay, 96 to $1.
And we're out at 179 on SPY. What a week. Very weak push.
What did you get in for? 176?
5. Yeah, 175 and 179.
Oh, so you're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Fantastic. Well, that's great trade.